Hello everyone, I am Crawlers, and some of you are not going to recognize this map I'm playing on right now because, well, some of you weren't old enough to play Battlefield 2. And this is a classic map from that era called the Dragon Valley, and it is released for CTE for 2 weeks testing and, you know, buggery and no such that. Actually, unsurprisingly, since it's the 10-year anniversary of Battlefield 2. Now, I'm ashamed to say that I haven't actually played this map back then, but probably for different reasons than you. Unfortunately, this map is playable in CTE for a limited time only. As I said, I think it's only 2 weeks, and after which they will go back to the to testing the community map project map after this short run is done. But later when they will be releasing this map to the vanilla, when it will be debugged and such, they will release it to the vanilla Battlefield 4 map list as it becomes, more final. And all the invisible walls will be, fixed and such, and have, with our feedback, maybe some other things will be looked at. Which is why Dice LA, needs your feedback right now in the CTE forums and on the CTE subreddit. So if anyone has the premium and access to the CTE, please go download it and play it. And, unsurprisingly, the Dragon Valley server is always full to the brim since it's such a fresh new take on what Battlefield 4 has to offer. And frankly, the amount of battlefields in that server is just, amazing. The map is huge, there's tons of different playstyles, vehicles, infantry, a little bit of close quarter, mostly open spaces, different terrains, bridges that you can repair, which I'll get into in a second, helicopters, stealth jets, all sorts of things. And unsurprisingly, I was playing it right now, and in the server were Level Cap and Chaboy, and I wouldn't be surprised if Matimio wasn't there too. So, everyone wants a piece of this map. Well, that and it was a freaking sweet map 10 years ago, even without all the destructibility and the high-res textures. Now, why is DICE even showing us this right now? Well, because last year they ran a poll in the community asking what classic map they'd like to see remade in Battlefield 4. And, well, come to think of it, they have been running several polls over time, but, well, they haven't really said anything about the results of that poll till now. Apparently they've been hard at work remaking this map in the beautiful setting that is the Frostbite engine. And whatever you say about the Frostbite engine, it's full of bugs. I've heard it being called spaghetti code once, but, one thing is for certain, it's beautiful. And, man, does this map look amazing. It's huge. It's a huge setting. I mean, it has 8 flags for... Can you imagine? Can you imagine 8 flags? I mean, that's the sheer scale of it. You take something like 10 minutes walking from one side to the other. So, as I said, there's something for everyone on this map, as it was on the original. You got helicopters, tanks, jets, AAs, ships, vehicles, boats, all sorts of things, and a whole bunch of interesting settings. AT mines should really be put to use, as armor is literally everywhere on the roads outside, the central raised flag area. Now, one thing that is notable here, as I said, DICE put out a few polls over the past months asking the community what maps that we'd like to see in the second Assault DOC, for example, and what classic map we should want to come back to Battlefield 4. And when we did get the Second Assault DLC released to the vanilla game, actually with its 4 maps, obviously Caspian, Firestorm, Oman, and Operation Clusterfuck, um, Metro 2.0, it really didn't take a brain scientist to see that those weren't necessarily the maps people would have voted for, the very top choices of the community. So, I'd bet my bottle of vodka right now that Grand Bazaar would be at the top of that list if they had, listened to the community. It's a tight infantry-oriented map, I think, with little armor and no air support, and it was just fun as hell, especially with that, Levolution sort of things where parts of the buildings could be collapsed on top of players in that narrow walkway. Rush was also awesome on it. And other Battlefield 3 maps were cool, like Sand Crossing, for example, and Demavent Peak and such. And after DICE released the results of the polls, it was pretty obvious that DICE acted much like the USA, unilaterally. They basically took one of the top choices and, going by their developers and designers' opinions and views, unsurprisingly, since it would be them who would, design it, well, they picked what they thought would be, achievable in the current engine and won't take forever and, at the same time would play well with the community, pun intended. Another thing you should keep in mind here is that, as I've seen someone ask already online, is if this would be, the only map that they'd be releasing from the classic era, and to which my response would be, well, duh. As mentioned in an interview with DICE developer a while back, all Battlefield 4 content in the future of the game will be free, because, well, they obviously already charged us for premium, so, it wouldn't be a good idea to charge us further. It would probably just set off a bunch of anger in our, couch warrior community. So, this map falls under that heading as a free content, as does the community map, project map, the Gun Crate DLC, the Gunmaster game mode, and the night maps. So, this is all free content, mind you, outside of premium, which means it will be, and note this, completely free for non-premium members. So, this being good news is also a limiting factor to what the devs are prepared to do. As the Joker once said, if you're good at something, never do it for free. And I'm not saying by any means that this map is crap, actually, on the contrary. This map looks and plays pretty amazingly for something that's actually free, The first time I loaded into it, I was amazed by the sheer variety of the settings and the scale of the map and the amount of completely new structures and objects. They went all out and didn't disappoint us on this classic remake, as Hollywood so often does. Total Recall, I'm looking at you. So, all in all, this is an amazing map for, for once, complete kudos to DICE in the worst way would not be out of the question. So, go play it right now and relieve your battlefields. And thanks for watching. Please rate and share this video as it helps my channel grow. Check out my other videos at the end of this one. And remember, in Soviet Russia, YouTube subscribes you.